Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make meatball soup from your pantry pull. We're making meatball soup. Right. This is my crock. It's on high. I have 1 jar of home tomato soup, 1 jar of leek broth, 1 jar of meatballs and mushrooms, and 1 jar of tomatoes. I have 2 carrots, 2 onions, and 2 peppers. Now, folks, this is pretty much garbage pail soup because my peppers are getting wrinkly, my onions are getting soft, and, well, the carrots need using. So we're just going to start chopping all this stuff up. Now you can make these all different sizes if you want, but I'm just want it in the pot. I've been down with a fibro flare for days, and I'm just coming out of it, and it's kind of like having a hangover. It's if you ever get when you have a migraine and the next day you feel like you're hungover, that's kind of what it's like with fibro too. So I'm coming out of it. I'm not overdoing it today. And the last bit of pepper. Whoops. Alright. So into our crock pot goes the vegetables. Now, if you want to do this with frozen meatballs, just add extra beef broth, okay? And mushrooms if you please. But I'm going to rest today, so I'm just... Now, the tomato soup, if you don't want to use spaghetti sauce, is important. Why? Because there's a bit of sugar in it, and it cuts the acidity, and the carrots do that too. Now, if I had celery, folks, you can bet your bottom dollar that celery would be going into this soup. But I don't have any. So we're working with what we got. Some garlic and a little bit of Italian seasoning. I'm not salting it. Why? Because I've put canned soup in here and broth and meatballs with broth. I doubt very much it's going to need much of any salt. Okay, so now we're going to make the noodles for our soup, for our meatball soup. Now, normally you would use a pasta, like I don't know what they're called, but they're like a short little macaroni noodle, and they're straight. I don't have any of those, and I don't feel like putting too much pasta in here. So I'm going to, I got about 1.5 cups of flour there, and I'm going to dust the bottom of this here with some flour so that we can make our noodles dry enough so that they don't stick together. All right, so here I love flavoring soup noodles, so I'm going to put in some salt and some garlic. Lots of garlic. Garlic's good for you, so let's get this doing its business, and I'm just going to break in a couple of eggs, and if that's not wet enough, I can add water. If it's not dry enough, I can add some flour. There we go. Let me feel that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, now I'm just going to pop this. I'm going to roll it in flour. I'm going to roll it in flour, and then I'm going to pop this in the fridge while I change our contraptions. Now I'm just going to put the roller on. I run it through a couple of times until it gets to the dryness that I like. Whoa, whoa, that wasn't on tight enough, was it? Just flour the outside, fold it, then flour, or you might end up with it too dry. One more run through without any more flour. And Bob is your uncle. This is meatball soup, folks. And this is going to end up looking like spaghetti if I use this, but I just want to show you. I just want to show you the one noodle, okay? This is the spaghetti noodle cut. So yeah, and I'm going to drop it in here and toss it. And I'm just going to keep doing this until I have the amount of noodles I want. I'm actually going to put this underneath. Now these are your spaghetti noodles, folks. And that is enough for my soup. And I'm going to cut the rest of these and put them away for another day. Okay, so Howie's going to be home in about a half an hour. Oh, and look. Okay, and here is our meatball soup. Now, I know this is going to end up looking like spaghetti, but trust me, it's nowhere near it. And in goes. I should have put the broad noodles in, but I did so want to demonstrate that you could have nice spaghetti style noodles with that noodle maker and noodle cutter. And thank you so much to my sister Patricia for sending me that. It just makes my life a whole lot simpler. I'm just going to stir this in. We're going to put the lid back on that and wait for pop. All right, let's dish up Daddy's. Gracie, hush. Now I know it looks like spaghetti, but it really is meatball soup. I just put a lot of noodles in. There he comes. Gracie, settle down. Hey, Mel? And a little bit of Parmesan. It's meatball soup, Papa. So sit down and taste her. This is, yeah, it's Gracie, Daddy's home. And he'll save you a meatball.
I might.
You might. This is meatball soup. Careful, it's really, really hot.
I keep telling you, why do you...
I served it up before you came in.
Hot food, expect me to eat it on camera.
Yeah, but if it was cold, you'd be pissed.
Hot.
I did a different kind of noodle. And those are homemade noodles.
Cool. Hot, but good.
Hot but good. Meatball soup. There it is. Now, I got to tell you, both Howie and I agreed that it tasted like alphabet soup from when we were kids. It was delicious. This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, meatball soup. It's that simple. Take care. God bless.